So this is Tabitha Health Awareness. It's an online forum where we educate and then teach, lead, and encourage people to eat and live a healthy lifestyle so that we can all be strong, be very active, and fulfill all that God has proposed for us. Without health, we all know that it is practically impossible to achieve anything. Dreams are shattered, hopes, and all the good things that we desire to do, they are all, they won't be a possibility if we don't have good health. So that is why we are going all, and we're going on all the way to ensure that we all do our best to ensure that we put in the right thing, do the right thing, engage in the right activity, so that we can all achieve good health. And as we do that, we are doing our own part of the assignment. And of course, you can trust God to do His own part of the assignment. So we can't leave everything to God and say it's all about God. God is the one that will determine if I'm going to have good health or not. That's not what He said. So we need to follow the principles according to how God has actually giving them to us so that we can enjoy good health. So today I'm going to be talking about digestive system, digestive health, certain digestive system problems. We can also call it gastrointestinal health problems. So talking about system, we have mentioned here several times about what the system, if it's called a system in the body, what they have. There are different types of system in our bodies, and this system, they do different things. There's so many systems in the body. They do different things. There are about 11 or thereabouts about system in our body, system in the entire body, and each of the system have different function. And then we can underrate or think that one is doing better than the other. Of course, particular one might be very, very important, okay, but none that is more important than the other one. Now, the systems are group. When you head a system are group of organs that work together to do certain things. And digestive system is one of such numerous systems in the body. It is a group of organs, okay? Because system is actually a group of organs, okay? So it is a group of organs that work together to convert food into energy and basic nutrients. Convert it into energy, convert it into nutrients, and feed the entire body. So because we said that while we are still living, it's because we supply our bodies with nutrients. The day we stop supplying our body nutrients, that is the day deterioration will set in. So, and that's what we see on regularly on the daily basis. There is deficiency of one nutrient or the other, and if it prolongs for a very long time, that is what will now result into certain chronic issues. It doesn't start with chronic issues immediately. It may have started like deficiency of certain issues, certain nutrients. And for nutrients to be supplied to the body system, the digestive system must be in top shape so that it can do the right thing, and it can do the best of its work and function. So it is important to understand two basic things that is important about the digestive system. It breaks down your food and also helps to bring out the nutrients in the food and distribute them to the right channel. Now, after this is done, the digestive system with other systems such as the nervous system, the endocrine system, the immune system, they work hand in hand. it's interesting to know that our digestive system has connection with the brain. There is a connection with the digestive system to the brain. In fact, that's why they call our digestive system, our gut health, the second brain. They call it the second brain. And there is a lot of studies and research that have shown that there is a powerful connection between your brain and the digestive system. That's where signals are sent. A lot of activities go on in that particular system. And when this happens, the hypothalamus, which is involved in metabolic processes, stimulate appetite. All of these things are coming from your brain. When you feel like hungry, when you don't feel like hungry, it comes from the brain. So connection with the brain, and is involved in all of these processes. And when we eat, our brain will send we respond and also send a signal. It decides and respond to how the food are digested, stress and manage, different things like that. The brain is very critical. You see why we say eat healthy, eat well, give the body the necessary nutrients so that the brain can be nurtured. In fact, it's also important to know that there are nerves that control the digestive system. These nerves are connected to the brain. Okay, these nerves in the digestive system, they are connected to the brain and the spinal cord, and they release certain kind of chemicals for different functions in the body. So when there is a disconnection from that point, that means from these nerves in the digestive system connecting to the brain, if there's a disconnection, there will be problem. And the problem that somebody might be having might just be a problem from the digestive system that is giving a problem, and you may not be able to discover or ascertain. Even your physician needs to do a lot of investigation before they might come to conclusion that this is happening from the disconnection from the brain and the digestive system. Now, let us look at some organs of the digestive system. We mentioned some of these organs in the past while we were talking about other things, but let us mention them again. The organs that are responsible for these processes in digestive system, it actually starts from the mouth. So we have the mouth, we have the spleen, we have the stomach, we have the liver, we have the gallbladder, we have the pancreas, we have the small intestine, we have the colon. The colon can also be referred to as the large intestine. These are basically organs that are located right within our abdomen region. Now, when people want to describe the abdomen, they say the stomach. The stomach is just a small chamber, part of the part of the abdomen. So it is not the entire thing I'm saying. So sometimes when you complain about certain health issues from the abdomen region, which is from the digestive system, you see, the doctor will want to, or your physician will want to ascertain what part of your abdomen is hurting you: the left side, the right side, the center, the upper quadrant, the left quadrant, the right quadrant. So it's divided into about 9 quadrants, and when you divide it, so there are organs that are located at this point. So when you have discomfort in certain areas, the doctor may want to investigate and find out what exactly is happening. For example, if you complain that you're having a sharp pain or discomfort around the left side, which is where your stomach is located. Now the doctor want to query ulcer or all kinds of things around that area. It's not only ulcer, because when you're complaining about a pain around that right side, maybe at the third quadrant or ninth or whatever, or sixth quadrant, the doctor want to look at certain organs that are located around the area. The spleen is there, the stomach is there, the pancreas is there, the left kidney is there, the rib side is there. So all of these things give the doctor the kind of idea, to say something may be wrong, maybe say, and the doctor will say, okay, run certain tests, maybe do a pelvic abdominal scan so that they can see what is going on around that side. The second one, they can say, okay, because they're suspecting ulcer, they might ask you to run a blood test to ascertain if there is a H. pylori, which is Helicobacteria pylori, which is also responsible for causing peptic ulcer. So you cannot neglect any of those organs around that area. We're not going to dive into it because we're not dealing with each of those ones because it will take our time. But anytime we are talking about the specific activity of that organ, we will elaborate and then discuss more about that particular organ. But let's just go on with our digestive system. Now, some signs of digestive system problems. There are some symptoms. Okay, let's first look at the symptoms, initial warning signs. There are some initial warning signs that may show up to maybe show to us or to just to give maybe a full knowledge of certain health issues that are looming or that is there underlying factor. But there are some signs that may come that may be showing you that you are having a little, it may be mild, it might be chronic, mild digestive system problem. So, and the first one is a very common one that we all know about. We have the bloating. You have start feeling bloated and all of that. It may not just be because of what you ate. It might just be as simple as maybe because of what you ate that made you start feeling bloated. Of course, that is a normal, natural too. When you eat certain food, it can make you feel bloated. But if it is a frequent thing like that, it means that something is particularly wrong. It might not be something chronic. It might just be something mild that you want to pay attention to. Bleeding. If you notice any kind of bleeding, you want to raise, query that and then raise an alarm for that. Then you have constipation. That's one of the commonest one around. Constipation is one very popular one that people come down with. It could also be diarrhea. If you have diarrhea, it could be an irritation or inflammation in the digestive system. You have heartburn. Some people have a lot of heartburn. There's an opening from the stomach area to the esophagus, so there's a flow back of the stomach acid into that esophagus area, and you start feeling heartburn. So that is also caused by certain conditions around that side. We also have what we call nausea. Some people just feel nauseated practically all the time, or you vomit all the time. There are certain things inside your body that need to get out of your body system that make you to be vomiting and all that. And when it's persistent, that means there is something inside your stomach that's not staying. Something is there that is not staying, irritating it. Anytime you eat or feel any discomfort, you start throwing up. There's something might be going on, and you want to pay attention to that. You have the problem with swallowing as well. It could also be maybe you have problems swallowing. Some people have choking problems. Just once the food is about going down their throat, they start feeling choked up. So something might be wrong at that point, and then you need to check it up. They will also have unnecessary unplanned weight loss or unplanned weight gain. So sometimes it happens like that. Some people lose weight and some people just begin to add weight without any cause for that. That is something that we want to pay attention to. Another one is incontinence. Okay, so incontinence is once losing the ability to hold urine. Sometimes people just get to, I want to, we just rush into the toilet before they even say jack, they're already weighing on the floor or weighing on themselves. That is urine incontinence. That's another problem that may also just be from the digestive dysfunction. So let us look at some of the diseases that might occur from the digestive system. We're not going to pay attention to that we are trusting God that some of these things will be able to treat them as a major topic as time goes on. Now, the first one is gallstone. Gallstone is another one, a problem. If you have a stone in the gallbladder, it might be a problem. You know, your gallbladder is very, very essential. That's one that helps to store. The gallbladder helps to store bile, and that's why the bile helps to break down for the breakdown and digestion of fat. So if you don't have that functioning well, and if the storage is blocked, there's going to be a lot of problem, and that can lead to chronic issues completely. So that's the part going. Then we also have rectal problems. Rectal problems such as anal fistula is another one. We also have hemorrhoids, is also a rectal problem. You know, everything digestive system start from the mouth and down to the anus. Then we also have esophagus problem, that long pipe by the throat, by the throat side. That's what it's called, esophagus. So then it can also have a problem. We equally have the stomach problems. We have the stomach problem. The stomach problems is a very popular one that we just think that everything is about the stomach. Now, it could also include the gastritis, gastric ulcer, ulcers generally, and this may be caused by H. pylori infection or cancer. So we also have liver problems such as hepatitis B, hepatitis C, cirrhosis, liver failure, autoimmune diseases, and alcoholic hepatitis 2 is another one. So you want to check that out, and once you notice any of the symptoms, you want to do further examination. There's also pancreatitis, which is also a problem. Inflammation of the pancreas is also a problem as well. It can also have a cyst in the pancreas. That's another problem as well. Intestinal problems is also another major one. We have polyps. We have infection. It could be an infection, it could be cancer, it could be celiac disease, it could be Crohn's disease, it could be ulcerative colitis, it could be irritable bowel syndrome, it could be diverticulitis, malabsorption, it could also be bowel syndrome, it could be short bowel syndrome, and intestinal ischemia. It could also be gastroesophageal reflux disease. That's what we call GERD. That's what we call the GERD. It could be gastrointestinal reflux disease as well. It could be peptic ulcer, which is caused by H. pylori. It could also be atrial hernia as well, is a problem. Now, let's just quickly move to some of the worst food or substances that you can take that can complicate our issues, complicate the problems of our digestive system. Of course, the number one on the list is poor diet. Poor diet and nutrition is the leading cause, poor diet and nutrition is the leading causes of digestive system dysfunction. I call it malfunction because sometimes or misalignment, when there's a problem in the digestive system, there's misalignment automatically. So, and there is a malfunctioning. It will start functioning different from the way God created the body system. And once your digestive system, which is like a powerhouse, is another powerhouse, is not functioning the way you function. So when you put your food in the mouth, it's giving you a wrong signal, or garbage in, garbage out. It's giving you a different thing that you are asking him to give you. You eat for energy. Now you're eating the food and you are depleting, and you're depleting energy, you're losing energy all the time. Then that means there's a problem starting from the digestive system. So you want to look at poor nutrition and poor diet and nutrition, and we can break it down a bit and say allergic food. Some food can be categorized as allergic food, especially people who have allergic reactions to those food. It's been linked that this particular food, they can cause allergic reaction in some people, and without being judgmental, no personal interest in any product. And we have granules is also part of it. We have corn, we have fresh corn, we have soy brain. That's why I always tell people when they are doing a 30 days challenge, I say, you know what, let's stay away from some of the allergic food, tagged allergic food, and which many people have also testified off these particular issues as well. So let's take them off so that we don't complicate issues while we are trying to eat healthy, and you're indulging in certain things that can also aggravate your health. So we take it. So I always like to tell people to stay away from that for the period of time and watch your body how it goes. Then we have inflammatory food. This is abundant everywhere. You know, it's been it's been actually it's been displayed and be made to look like it's a must food that we can't do without. Okay, that we can't do without this particular type of food. They've made us to believe, the culture, the environment, as you know, we structure our mind to make it believe that without, we can't really do without this food. And the number one on the list is sugar. Then added sugar again. The food is sweet on its own. Maybe it has its own natural sugar. Then you went ahead to also add further sugar. That's a problem already. And now we also have added GMO food, which is something that we all of us need to do. Now they're packaging GMO food to make us feel that they're harmless, they're safe, and they're good for us. It helps the food in abundance to be an abundant, quick turnover, and then we have a fast yield and all of that. All of those things, they sound good, but then the end result of them, they are always very, very critical. Now we also want to look at some of the oils. Refined oils too is a problem. Seed oil especially, I've had people talk about frying their food with certain kind of oil that is not even the seed oils. Let me share this with us. It is important for us to know that it is not even the best thing for us. I want to fry food. I want to fry your food. It is not the best for us at all. So let us even stay away from frying food. If you want to even do maybe stir frying, let it not just be stir frying and all of that. Let it not be a constant thing that you just keep frying food all the time. Then we also have conventional dairy products. We talked about dairy products many times. We have the toxin overload, which you and I we face on a regular basis, and that's why we encourage regular detoxification so that we can get some of these heavy metals out of our body system. Is really, really, really bad. It's only God that can help us and see us through it. Then the still talking about excuse me, still talking about toxins. I like to talk about some chemical toxins that comes from things that we use around the house, that we use in the garden, and all of that. These things can bring in contact chemicals into our bloodstream, our body system, that it really takes extra and then intense detoxification to get some of these things that are stuck into our body system. What's part of the toxins that people don't pay attention to is what's it called it now is some of the substances. Unfortunately, it is real. We have the pesticide, herbicides that are sprayed on our plant or food. We also have things like antibiotics. They are also high grade of toxins as well. That's why even the physician, your doctor, will give you antibiotics to use it for a short period of time, except when it's a real terrible an infection that you want to use for more than 7 days, maybe 14 days tops, and you see that you have to stop using that because that doesn't cause further problem. They are highly toxic. All drugs are toxic, so that is just the truth. All drugs are toxic, but when we are in the state of sickness, we cannot be looking at drugs being toxic at that time. Now, you want to make sure that the load of the sickness is reduced, and you have to indulge in some certain drugs to get it to be, especially be like something like hypertension, blood pressure, for instance. You have to be on your medication or blood pressure drug until you start working on your diet and your blood system. You are intentional about it, and you work it to a point that your doctor says, no, come, your blood sugar has really, really regulated so well. I think you need to look at reducing and alternating the usage of those drugs. Now, until you get to that point, please do not stop taking your blood sugar, your blood pressure, and your blood sugar, or any medication that you are placed on. But don't stay on that. Begin to work on yourself and your diet system, so that by the grace of God, you begin to win yourself out of these hard drugs gradually. So on the last category before we go, say food that promote healthy digestion. We have food like fermented food. That's one number one food that is very good. Fermented foods, fermented vegetables, like you can ferment cabbage and make it into pickles. These are very amazing ways to add probiotics into our system. I'm looking forward to doing that pickles very soon. Okay, then we have probiotic foods as well. Ferment, yogurt that has active ingredients inside. Unsweetened grape yogurt is a powerful one, nice one. Sprouted seeds like your flax seed, your chia seed, and your hemp seed, they are wonderful. I think I spoke about how you can do a proportion of flaxseed, chia seed, and hemp seed together, so that when you want to scoop, you just scoop maybe like 2-3 spoons of the mixture of the three of them. Okay, it's also another way of adding that into your meal. Then we have herbs and spices. We have spoken about herbs and spices here on several occasions. They are powerful, they are potent, they help a lot. In fact, certain things you don't know that your spices are doing, they are doing in your body system. And you cannot overemphasize the power of the spices and these herbs in your body system. For instance, herbs like parsley, they are very amazing in so many ways. One major aspect is that they help to clean out the blood very, very uniquely. They help to clean out the blood very, very uniquely. So it's some of the herbs you can add, and they are very effective on the liver as well. The next one is coconut oil. Everything coconut is amazing. The shell is converted to black seed, activated charcoal, and you use the shell. The flesh inside can be used for oil, can be used as cream of oil, can be used as what's it called now, as milk. It can be used converted to, it can be desiccated and be used as swallows. So many things you can use coconut for. Everything coconut is amazing for this digestive system, right? I'm just doing certain things. I just take coconut oil, like a tablespoon of coconut oil every morning, to just get into my system. The powerful thing today is not the topic for coconut oil. We'll find time to talk about coconut oil some other time. Then other nutrients that are important for digestive system are your fruits, your vegetables, apple cider vinegar, sea vegetables like spirulina, chlorella, kelp, and all of that. Those are sea vegetables. Please note that not all sea vegetables are safe for you, but the ones that are very safe that we know or that we mention about are the spirulina, the kelp, and the chlorella. They are very powerful sea vegetables to help the digestive system. Then on the last one, let's talk about essential oils. Essential oils are also amazing. Aromatherapy, certain essential oils are equally very helpful when it comes to digestive and maintaining good health or reversing digestive health problem. Such product is ginger. Ginger is essential oil. Rub it around your stomach region properly. Peppermint oil is also good, and lemon oil is also good. Ensure you are getting real therapeutic, organic or therapeutic essential oils, please. I also find out personally that castor oil and black seed oil also do the magic when it comes to digestive system. Now, this is just the beginning of this series that we have started. We're trusting God to help us to now touch individually on some of this critical issue. We have built the foundation. Now you understand when you talk about digestive system health, you need to understand the few things, food to avoid, and certain things. So now we will be going on and talking about each of these particular issues that we can help, some of the remedies, things we can do to help to get well. And I'm not promising yet, but I think we're going to start with a very popular and notorious one, which is ulcer. Trusting God that we'll be able to get that done in the course of our teaching this month, by the grace of God, either Saturday. I'm trusting God that everything goes well and the schedule of work is not too much. We should have a class on Saturday before we have another program on Saturday. So let's look at maybe a Saturday we can start off or talk about ulcer. So please keep in mind all the things that we have mentioned tonight. Practice them. remove the things that you're supposed to remove from your diet, introduce the one that you should introduce into your diet and your diet system. Exercise, rest very well. Stress is a trigger for any digestive health problem. Ulcer, particularly if you're stressed up and you have ulcer, you can break down, you can rupture the sores again, you can affect the sores again, and you have it, and that's a trigger on its own, and you begin to manifest the symptoms as well. I know some people say, but I'm eating, I'm doing this, I'm doing all the program, but you've forgotten that stress is a major problem. A lot of us are stressing ourselves, a lot of us are dehydrated, a lot of us are not exercising properly. Don't forget that when you eat and drink all those things, you need to top them up with all that. That's why we call principle of healthy living is not only healthy eating. Healthy living practices, we've mentioned so many of them. We have 21 healthy living practices that we have talked about before. Your health is attached, your body is attached to your soul and your spirit, and then you cannot detach any one of them. You can't separate them. So you must be stable in every aspect, your emotions and all. You can see how the brain is connected to your digestive system. So it means if you're not eating the right thing or exercising properly or doing the right or hydrating yourself, it can affect the brain, the signal of the brain. It can also affect the spinal cord. So you can see how these things are interwoven. So we need to pay attention to and do everything in our power to ensure that we stay away from the things we should stay away from, and then abide and stay with the things that we should stay with. It's not rocket science. It helps. It has helped so many people, and it will help you too. I trust God, and I look forward to your testimony, and I look forward to God, showing you mercy and coming through for you. You too will have a testimony very soon by the grace of God. Thank you so much for listening. The Lord bless you and keep you. Have a good night.